I like this. It's come up a couple of times in Professor Anton's videos about entropy and language, and how language and words don't decay at the same rate, or they don't rot quite like other biological forms of, shall we say, energy have been known to change. But I might like to suggest that they do rot. There is language entropy, and there is change, just as a rotting orange changes into little fuzzballs or whatever. The words that language used to be can get so scrambled and rotten that they don't make any sense anymore, and they're just garble. They're garbage. They're babble. The fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, any day we bite that, any day we even touch the bark, we're barking up the wrong tree. And the garden, the heart of the matter, we're expelled from that. We're into a realm of duality and judging good and bad, good and evil. I think that's one of the points that gets missed in relating the myth, and also the myth of a return, and how it's possible through a savior of sorts for people that are unable to comprehend how barking up this tree gets them booted out of the garden every single day, every time they do that for 10,000 years. In a single day, it's possible for them to return to a pristine state. It's magic. It's pretty amazing. It happens to any number of people over time. Confusing various levels of reality, from physical, material, spiritual, conscious, what is possible phenomenologically, what has actually occurred, what people have experienced. Experiences vary. I guess unless somebody has had a kind of experience of what Yogananda might call self-realization or cosmic consciousness. Watts goes into it in many ways. I don't know if Campbell really touched on it. Ways to articulate it certainly vary, to say the least. Now, it seems to me, spelt S-E-A-M-S, and maybe a T-W-O, it seems to me as though science and physical materialism is a way of entering into a reality. It's not necessarily the only reality, and it's possible that at some, quote, future time, or in a different reality, the worldview will again shift paradigmatically, just as Einstein created a larger view out of what Newton had created, and yet there was a stumble with quantum physics and relativity, an irreconcilability. It seems perfectly possible to me that science will be seen as a technique, but not the only technique. So once again, I return to Tao, or what I would call a form of Tao, for whatever it's worth. Utility of the useless. Aha.